Anthony Sasovic, 14 goals he's got in the regular season. 13 have come in League Two. Matched all the way by David Ball, but precious few chances for Fleetwood in that first half. Eager to get the ball rolling alongside David Ball. But 10 years ago, York City were on their way out of the Football League. 20 games without a win saw them drop into the conference with Carlisle United. The season coming to a close with a goalless draw at Swansea. How times change, eh? Fleetwood Town, meanwhile, we're on the 9th rung of the football pyramid, the football ladder, the North West Counties League. Gloucester, Palsager, Nantwich and Warrington among their fixtures that season. Rather than weighing up their chances of a playoff final at Wembley, they're waiting for their first promotion, the first of 5 promotions in the space of just 9 years. What a transformation their fortunes.
Been a remarkable rise, hasn't it? For it as well, from a financial point of view, they've invested in the playing squad, find themselves where they'd hoped to be, although they probably may have hoped to have been in the automatic promotion shake-up. This is a decent consolation prize for them.
Not ball by ball. Sasovic. Blair. Coulson. Forward again by Davis.
Both managers will be overly disappointed if they leave here all square tonight. Both very, very capable of winning here this evening, and likewise at Fleetwood in the return leg. But just reiterate, the main objective has to be to still be in the tie after the first leg of any two-legged affair. I think the quality from both must improve though in the second half.
Hayhurst was prepared to take on McLaughlin. And by Davis. Away from goal by Coulson. Excellent interception by McCool. Penn. Real urgency from York at the start of the second half. McLaughlin slides in.
There's a better tempo from both when they turn possession over. They're eager to break forward a little bit quicker than they did in the first half.
Nigel Worthington deciding not to change things at half-time. Certainly changed things during the second half of the season at York, making some crucial signings back in January at the start of an unbeaten run of 17 games.
New Year's Day, beat Morecambe here 1-0, didn't they? What a catalyst that proved for the second half of the season. They only won 4 games in the first half. A remarkable transformation.
Coulson.
Well, that's a chance. That is a big chance, and I'm not talking about Michael Coulson. The chance is Calvin Andrews. You have a look at where Calvin Andrew is when this ball goes past him. He tries to hang a leg out, but it's way too late. I think a real predatory striker would have scored here. Look at that, he's close to that. He should be getting something on that, and that's a glorious opportunity.
Andrew has been around a bit. He's still nearly 27 years of age, but he's featured in the Championship with 3 different clubs in the past. Frustrated with his lack of opportunities at Mansfield. Given another chance by York following the injury to their top scorer, Wes Fletcher.
We've brings a lot to the table, doesn't he? His work rate is phenomenal. He's a big physical handful. But he's never ever in his career been a prolific goal scorer. And I think maybe a more prolific goal scorer might have got on the end of that.
Sarcevic. Now Ball. Ball taking on Davis, not once but twice. And bundled in almost on the goal line. And guess who's put it in? It's Matty Blair. A subdued celebration, as you might expect, because it was Blair who left York last summer and who's now scored against them to put Fleetwood ahead in this League Two playoff semi-final.
We'll wait 50 minutes, but at last a little bit of quality. The ball out from Sarcevic, very good, but it isolates David Ball. 1v1 with Ben Davis. Twists him, turns him. Sarcevic arrives, gets the strike in. And then Matty Blair gets a little bit of good fortune. It hits Banjo on the line, but it bounces dead weight into Matty Blair's path. And he can't miss at the second time of asking there. Slightly fortuitous. That Fleetwood have got the lead.
Almost a hand of apology. Matty Blair, who was with York in the conference, scored in both the FA Trophy and the playoff finals 2 years ago. Here's Calvin Andrew at the other end.
Well, they were 2 goals behind in the last game, weren't they? York City away at Scunthorpe, so they clawed their way back then. There's no reason why they can't here.
Hayhurst. Cross was charged down by McLaughlin. First half was tight and cagey. Will we see a very different game now that Fleetwood have taken the lead?
Well, I think we had, hadn't we? The tempo in the second half at the start had been much increased. Coulson had the shot that Andrew just quite couldn't get on the end of. And then Fleetwood pounced and burst at the other end. And scored a goal, and it is game on.
Hayhurst. Now Davis. Reed. Robel. Fleetwood now looking to catch York out on the counter, and they'll do just that, will he? Brilliant save by Pope. Again, he was smartly out to just nick the ball away from David Ball.
Oh, clever play again. It's on the counter-attack. Look at David Ball's run. Plays it in behind the defence. It's a wonderful pass. And you think he should be scoring. He goes to go low, maybe a little dink over the advancing goalkeeper, but it's the follow-through that catches David Ball. But the pain will be more that he's missed a glorious opportunity than physical. Would have maybe represented a very, very different challenge to York City. They're not a team that are prolific, that score bundles of goals. In fact, the last game of the season saw them score 2 for the first time in 9 games. Graham Alexander will know that might prove to be a big moment, not only tonight, but in the tie. York are still in this at 2-0. It would have been a mountain for York City.
He's demanding a little bit more. The manager had an extraordinary record in the playoffs with Luton and Preston and Burnley. Sarcevic. Jack forward again by Sarcevic. Eased on again by Morris. Great determination from Taylor to deliver the cross.
They've got the bit between the teeth, don't they, a little bit, Fleetwood, in terms of their attacking. Shouldn't be surprised, they've scored 41 of their 66 goals in the second half of games. The flip side of that, though, is they generally concede more as well.
The worry for Nigel Worthington is that his York team, with the poorest record of any of the clubs in English senior football, when coming from behind, they've collected just a couple of points when they've trailed in games so far this season.
It doesn't happen very often. They've only conceded the first goal 11 times, which is a really great record, so they haven't maybe had as many opportunities as some of the teams down at the bottom who have conceded probably double that, the first goal. But it must be a little bit concerning, although the positive is, and you have to look for a positive, is against Scunthorpe United away. Last game that they played, they were 2 down. Managed to pull it back. It's not about winning tonight for York City, it's about winning over the 2 legs. They've started this second half really strongly, Fleetwood, and more than having possession, they've also carried a threat, and that is something that they didn't really carry in that first half.
By Hayhurst.
That's the kind of thing that gives the crowd a lift, isn't it? You hear the crowd down below us urging their team on.
York 17 games undefeated in the regular season, and they began with their win at Fleetwood on the 1st of February, but Fleetwood did win at Bootham Crescent back in October, and they faced a very different looking York City team.
Yep, it was a very different York City team. They've got a good record here, haven't they? They've won the last 3 times prior to tonight, Fleetwood, but it shouldn't really count for anything.
Anxious night for players, anxious night for supporters as well.
The concern for the fans will be the lack of opportunities that they've seen their team create. They really have not tested Chris Maxwell at all in the Fleetwood Town goal.
Punt. Away again by Pond. He's already the Fleetwood Supporters Player of the Year. Well, they've had to put their end-of-season dinner on hold. They were planning to have it this week. It's another indication of how well they've done during the second half of the season.
Kind of ball, York have played it all night long, and it's a 50-50. Ian Hume just felt on from Keith Lowe, incidental. York City's forward balls really need to improve in their quality to give their forward players a better chance.
Roberts, as part of the Stevenage team who defeated York in the FA Trophy final 5 years ago now. Vastly experienced central defender in his first season with Fleetwood. Nigel Worthington to change things. Ryan Bowman is set to come on. It's a positive move. They want to bring on a striker. Helped on by Ball. Sarcevic. Now Hume. And Hume has played in Blair.
Well, McComb did well. He got across the big centre-half because Matty Blair is arriving at a fair rate of knots. He's ahead of Ben Davies, but big centre-half comes out, makes the challenge, just puts Matty Blair off his stride.
So just over an hour played. And Grobel goes off to be replaced by Ryan Bowman. Top scorer with Hereford last season. 19 goals he managed for them. His appearances in recent weeks have been from the bench. Featured in 4 of the last 5 games as a substitute, and getting his chance to get half an hour here. And straight up top, straight down the middle. A change of approach by Nigel Worthington and York.
Well, Michael Coulson looks like he's dropped in, so I think the shape will be the same. Different personnel. Coulson will start from the right of midfield now. Something he's done plenty of times before in his career.
Boy Banjo with the throw. Looking again for Calvin Andrew. Bowman is under that with Roberts. Ball. Low. Trying to pick out Hayhurst.
Percentage football, York, playing the diagonal balls and long balls into the channel, but so far Fleetwood Town dealing with it admirably. Two centre-halves have been outstanding, aided by the full-backs, and really giving Chris Maxwell in the goal plenty of protection.
There's short of alternatives. One is provided by Hayhurst. Banjo. Sight of acceleration.
That's what they
It's
need.
good enough to ensure that York get the corner.
They need somebody out there to take the ball by the horns and make something happen. Banjo tried that, got his team the corner. Like I said, from open play, they really have struggled to carve out chances.
The threat is there from Calvin Andrew and McComb and Lowe, the two centre-halves who've gone forward. Delivery from Hayhurst was poor. Now he gets a second chance.
It's that lack of quality in the final third that has really hurt York all evening long. Not got a prolific team, has he, Nigel Worthington? Just 3 attempts, hasn't hit the target. Chris Maxwell has not had a single save to make. That needs to change, unless they're going to leave here tonight with a deficit for the second leg.
There's been something of a revolving door at York this season. 14 players signed, 9 leaving since Nigel Worthington was appointed. Towers out again. It's a decent ball in, and it's a presentable chance as well for Bowman.
Well, just does well. Hands off Mark Roberts, but he just can't quite get the full contact. He half hits it because he's under pressure from Roberts. And that's a chance. At least they've hit the target with their first shot after 65 minutes.
Tenacious work by Hayhurst. York have responded to that goal for Matty Blair. Fleetwood with the advantage now in this League 2 playoff first leg. Banja. Another long bursting burst forward by Banja, and excellent goalkeeping as well by Maxwell under pressure.
So that is his biggest moment, isn't it, Chris Maxwell? He knows he's going to get clattered here. Calvin Andrews up. I'm sure the referee would have blown for a foul there. Good hands from the keeper.
Has been first choice for Fleetwood since a return from a loan at Cambridge United. First choice ahead of Scott Davis. Good clearance by Pond, pounced upon by Hayhurst. Peck. Banja. It's come to Reed. They might get a second chance. Fired wide by Coulson.
Adam Reed didn't fancy it, did he, on his weaker foot? I think he's left-footed. Another good play from Banjo. It was really indecisive, wasn't it? Adam Reed really dillied and dallied, really didn't fancy striking that with a right. And then there's lots of Fleetwood defenders. See out the danger.
Player has gone down inside his own half, I think as a result of a collision in the York half a minute or so ago, just before York had that chance.
This is what happens. The high ball, there have been plenty, and he just lands awkwardly, doesn't he? He's challenged. It's a really awkward fall. Reed nudges into him, loses his balance. It's a heavy landing. He'll be fine.
Is it the case now? We hold what we have, or do they push on for a second goal?
I'm not sure that would be wise, if I'm honest with you. The way York play, which is very, very direct, you don't want to invite them to put more pressure on you. Thing to do in a protecting a lead is to drop deeper and deeper. Well, if Fleetwood do that, they may live to regret it. Plenty of balls going into their penalty area that they're going to have to defend. Law of averages tells you something will drop for York eventually.
Calvin Andrew doing his best to muscle Roberts out of the way. Getting a zip on that attempt.
It's worth a go. At least the attempts are racking up for York City in the second half. Cuts in on his left foot. He's trying to bend that into the far corner. Doesn't quite get any whip on it, but they must work Chris Maxwell more.
Playoff omens. Team finishing fourth have been the most successful over the years in League Two. 12 times the team finishing fourth, like at Fleetwood, have been successful. 3 have got to the finals. Only once in the last 8 years. You have to go back to Grimsby back in 2006 for the last team who finished fourth to make progress into League One, up into the third tier. The majority of teams who do go up manage to keep their place.
Look at that. That has been since the introduction of Ryan Bowman. He has made a difference. He's been a handful, got himself into goal-scoring areas. And the service, it has to be said, has been a lot better.
Calvin Andrew giving Pond the slip. Bowman.
It's a shame he didn't pull that back a little bit more, because Calvin Andrew lays this off. Would have been the target if he can just cut this back a little bit. Lots of defenders going for that square ball.
Corner's been taken quickly. Over the top from Coulson. Well, Fleetwood weren't anticipating that.
Oh, they switched off. Quickly taken. Coulson just is beyond the near post, and he has to really open his foot up. But in opening his foot up, he also leans back, and that's why it goes high. Half a chance for him.
Coulson has got 3 goals in his last 5 games. 2 have come from the penalty spot, however. So he knows his way around Wembley. Featured there in an FA Cup semi-final for Barnsley not that many years ago.
With the last 10 minutes at least, I've started asking questions of that Fleetwood Town defence. It's been very, very comfortable for, well, around about an hour.
Coulson. Roy Banjo. Hurst up. There's a push by York's big target man up front, joined now by Ryan Bowman.
No need. He was only going to head that away, wasn't he? Probably would have gone to a York player. What you do when you commit a needless foul in those situations was you just take the pressure off that you've got the opposition under.
Bowman with Pond. Morris getting away from Penn. Looking now for Hume. Schumann. Sarcevic taking on Davis, but not getting beyond him. Sarcevic told to play on. Oh, there is some respite for that York back line.
It's the first threat they've come under for quite some time, isn't it? We barely mentioned David Ball, Ian Hume, Sarcevic. It's been all York City the last 10 minutes or so.
Reed with the interception. Too many grey clouds on the horizon now after all the rain that we've had in the last 48 hours or so.
Fleetwood are incensed. Adam Reed there. It wasn't the fact that he got the ball, nobody can dispute, but watch the way he follows through once he's got the ball here. That other leg. Fleetwood not happy with that.
Good forward by McLaughlin. Knocked away by Taylor. Morris. Morris again. Really good attempt. Struck it first time on the volley.
Decent effort, isn't it? As a go first time. As it gets cleared, comes back to him. That's decent effort.
Josh Morris, another of those who benefited from some time in League Two on loan from Blackburn Rovers at the moment.
York have closed the gap, look. They're well behind, but that's the difference at the moment between the two. Fleetwood are testing Nick Pope. Chris Maxwell, just one solitary save, and it was very, very comfortable. That.
No Banjo with the throw. Looking again for Calvin Andrew. Pond with the clearance. Banjo goes down under the weight of the challenge from Morris, and York get the free kick.
Well, that is an avenue if you're York City that you'd encourage, isn't it? Banjo has been running at Josh Morris, sorry, lots and lots, and invariably he's been getting lots of crosses in. Draws the foul this time. Set-piece opportunities, haven't they? Corners and free kicks. York City all throughout the night. The quality of delivery just hasn't been up to the standard to test Fleetwood.
It isn't going to be easy for Fleetwood to defend this Hayhurst free kick. Whipped in with pace, too much pace.
It's almost a shot, isn't it, really? The theory there is that you whip it for the far post, and if everybody misses it, it goes in, but a little bit too high. Just trying to lift his players, look.
Interception by Davis.
interesting to see. With 10 minutes to go, Graham Alexander happy for his two big centre-halves to go forward. And that's a good sign, isn't it? It's a positive intent. Looking to get the cushion of 2 goals. Pope has been pushing him away. He just can't do that.
It's a bit of a mismatch there, isn't it?
Slightly, yeah. Foot and a half there, isn't he?
Poured away by Pope. League 2 this evening. League 1 next, the second leg of the playoffs. Leyton Orient against Peterborough, Tuesday, 7:30, Sky Sports 1. 1-1 after the first leg, as it was. And the fixture between Preston and Rotherham. They meet at Rotherham on Thursday at 7:30, Sky Sports 1 again. Goal kick. Bootham felt that he was being wrestled unfairly.
Conceded 52 goals, Fleetwood Town, this season. It is one of the higher end of the top clubs. Improved dramatically in the closing games. Only 7 against in the last 8 games, and the display they've given here this evening just highlights that improvement. They really have defended manfully.
Fully stretched, and the ricochet has presented York with a chance to apply a bit more pressure because they've got the corner.
He's apologising to his central defensive partner, smashes that straight in his face, and again it's another one of those that could have gone anywhere.
Nobody will deliver the knockout blow this evening. The second leg is at Fleetwood on Friday. Low in there with McCoon. Out by Sarcevic. Ball. Morris. He's played Hume in. What an opportunity. A brilliant chance for Fleetwood to claim their second goal on the counter.
Well,
and Ian Hume shows his frustration because what an opening that was.
It's 2 big opportunities. First of all, there's a handball there. Morris is having a word with the referee now about the consequences of that, but Ian Hume is clean through and he doesn't hit the target, and that is a glaring miss from a very experienced player. And again, that's 2 big chances Fleetwood have had now to extend that cushion to 2 goals. I wonder if they're going to be regretting that.
Carl Boyson just had a quick look at the assistant on the far side, the Interleven there, because there was a nudge.
Would have been soft again. Not enough to give a penalty that.
Fleetwood are poised to make a change. They want to shore things up a little bit. Stuart Murdoch, a defensive midfielder, is ready to come on for them. Blair. McLaughlin. Reed. Coulson.
Well, Josh Morris was complaining to Carl Boyson, the referee, that if he doesn't handle that, he's clean through on goal, and that maybe should have been a red card. But he plays a good advantage, Carl Boyson. The culprit really is Ian Hume.
The ball now makes way. Ball off. It's a chance for Stuart Murdoch, who started the last game of the regular season for Fleetwood when Graham Alexander was able to rest one or two. So the last 5 minutes. Blair. Sarcevic. Taylor. Schumacher. McLaughlin. Here's Blair. Getting away from Hayhurst. It's easy to see, isn't it, Don, what Fleetwood have done now. They've brought Murdoch on alongside Schumacher.
Just to shore up that midfield area in front of their two central defenders who have been outstanding.
Nigel Worthington pointing the way forward for his York team as they search for an equalising goal to take into the second leg at Fleetwood on Friday. A trip to Highbury. Davis. Low. No nonsense clearance by Roberts. Penn. Calvin Andrew. Free travel for any York City supporters who plan to make the trip across the Pennines on Friday evening. A limited allocation of tickets, just over 1,000. Admire the Fleetwood supporters who've made a second trip inside 48 hours as well to come to this first leg at Bootham Crescent. They got a real soaking on Saturday evening. The game called off, of course, at 8 o'clock, which was 30 minutes after the scheduled kick-off time. One or two have taken precautions as well, a few raincoats.
Excellent effort, isn't it, from the away supporters? Got their rewards, haven't they, for coming here. Seen their team give a very disciplined performance, and maybe should have more than just that one goal advantage to take back. And it's just one. York City still very much in this tie, and that's what they must cling to. It looks like they're going to be chasing a deficit, but cast your mind back 12 months, and I seem to remember it was Bradford City that lost the first leg at home and managed to overturn it and go on and get promoted. So it's not the end of the world here for York. Second goal may well have been terminal.
Bradford, like York, who finished the regular season in 7th place. Having already been to Wembley, of course, for the League Cup final. Roy Banjo, here he goes again. Wonderful athleticism from Owie Banjo, made up so much ground then. Fleetwood on the back foot in these closing stages. Can York conjure up an equalising goal? How much stoppage time are we going to have at the end of the second half? 3 additional minutes. Helped away by Roberts, but not very far.
Skipper's first mistake of the game, really. Could have been costly. It's flicked on. He doesn't clear his lines. Roberts, it's a half chance, isn't it? But John McCoon, not noted for his goal scoring.
He has got goals this season for York. He managed 2 at a 4-0 win over Plymouth. Goals have been few and far between for York City on this impressive run to the end of the season. 17 games undefeated. The team will go to Highbury on Friday. The Arsenal reputation, the 1-0 wins.
Yeah.
Getting a buffeting from Calvin Andrew. Fleetwood get a breather.
Really there, and as well as giving themselves an advantage, they have done what the 17 previous teams to face York City haven't managed to do, and that's beat them. He will be absolutely thrilled with the efforts of his players. He'll be thrilled with the efforts, but maybe not happy with the quality that they've delivered in the final third.
Plenty for Nigel Worthington to think about ahead of the second leg on Friday. He's completely overhauled the York squad. He's also dubbed Fleetwood the Manchester City of League Two, given the budget that they're supposed to have. They're looking to build for the future, as they have year on year since they were able to make their way out of the modest junior leagues in the Northwest. 13th at the end of their first season in League Two. Now looking to progress further. Enjoyed a bit of FA Cup success, didn't they, in the non-league? A couple of wins against League One teams before they went out to Blackpool in the third round. Last chance maybe now for York.
Committing bodies back. I mean, they've got 5 back against Ian Hume here. Just have a look at this. Committing bodies forward like a team that feel that they desperately need to score. I would suggest they should be taking slightly more of a gamble than that. 2 defenders should suffice.
It is Fleetwood Town who have the advantage going into the second leg on Friday evening. Thanks to a former York City favourite, Matty Blair, who struck in the second half. Fleetwood will perhaps feel that they should have claimed a second goal after that as well. Josh Morris it was who teed up Ian Hume. It was a really good opportunity for the experienced front man. But it was a chance that he couldn't take. York's 17-game unbeaten run comes to an end against a team who they lost to here at Bootham Crescent in the regular season. As Don Goodman has pointed out, it was Bradford City who finished 7th last season, but who still went on to Wembley and went on to Wembley to win at that. A few final thoughts, Don?
Yeah, it was a very, very tight game all the way through. I just think York didn't really have that cutting edge. It's been the story of the season in terms of being prolific, but defensively they were well drilled. But Fleetwood gave a masterclass defensively. In Morris and Schumacher, they probably had the 2 best passers on the pitch, but the men of the match for me were Pond and Roberts at the back. They had to withstand that York City onslaught, an aerial onslaught, and they were excellent and they stood up to it. Be a good game. It's not over by any stretch of the imagination.
Fleetwood had to work hard for their success at Bootham Crescent this evening, but they got the reward in the end with a goal from Matty Blair. It is the lead. It is a slender lead going into the second leg. Well, we can get some reaction now from the goal scorer, Matty Blair, together with the Sky Bet man of the match, Mark Roberts, who's with David Craig.
Mark, Matty, congratulations. Mark, how important was it to get a result here tonight?
Yeah, I think very, very important, but I think the level of performance is what really we're going to be pleased with. You know, something to build on a Friday now.
Matty, was that a bittersweet moment for you scoring against your old club?
Well, I needed it. I was playing rubbish. First half, I didn't know what I was doing, to be honest, but second half I thought a bit better, and yeah, I needed the goal. So if I play rubbish and score every week, I'll take it. Why not?
As a team, you created 1 or 2 chances tonight. Are you disappointed you haven't got a second to take away?
Yeah, definitely. I had a good chance. Hume had a good one as well. You know, it should be 3, maybe 4-0, but you know, 1-0. I think we took it at the start of the game. So yeah, it's a great result still.
Mark, what's the approach in the second leg? Of course, you are playing a team who've just lost their first game in 18.
Yeah, and that's a good record to break, really. You know, we'll be just approaching it. We want to win the home side, win the last home game in front of the fans, and get that trip to Wembley.
Well, congratulations, you are the Sky Bet playoff man of the match. Well done.
Yeah, well done, solid mate. Well done, pal. Thanks a lot.
York were unbeaten since the end of January. Now they've tasted defeat for the first time since then. It's big advantage then to Fleetwood in the second leg. This is how it stands in League Two. Burton a goal up against Southend, Fleetwood a goal up against York. The reverse fixtures on Friday and on Saturday, with the final May the 26th at Wembley Stadium. So just to confirm then, it's all on for Friday. The League One playoff second leg, Fleetwood against York, 7:30 from Highbury, Sky Sports 1. And it had to be Matty Blair, didn't it? We'll get Peter's views on all that second half. Much better second half than first. And going the way of Fleetwood, hero turned villain. York 0, Fleetwood 1. Matty Blair, the man who fired York into the Football League, is now the villain of the piece. He's got Fleetwood ahead. Let's hear from their manager, Graham Alexander, with David Craig.
Graham, how satisfied are you with that performance tonight?
Yeah, I thought the performance was spot on for an away team in the first leg. I thought we kept them at arm's length. We had to withstand a bit of pressure in the second half once we had scored the goal, but you know, we could have had a couple ourselves. You know, could have had a penalty in the first half. So, you know, but we'd have took 1-0 away from home in the first leg. But you know, it's only half time. You know, I'm experienced enough. There's a lot of experience in our change room to know we haven't done anything yet. We just gave ourselves a half time lead.
Talking to Matty Blair out on the pitch in the man of the match interview, he said he needed that goal. He'd been playing rubbish. Would you share that view?
Yeah. No, listen, what you got with Blair, he gives you everything he's got. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, but he'll keep going, and that's why he's making a good career for himself. So, you know, we've got a lot of boys that work the socks off, and no, it's fitting reward for the work he's done in previous games and how well he's played. So, no, we'll allow him one poor 45 minutes.
How difficult were conditions out there tonight?
I'm not sure. The grass seemed to be a little bit long. You know, maybe they're protecting the pitch, and but I think the water helped that a little bit, because if it had been a dry pitch, it would have been even worse. But no, I thought we played some really good stuff at times, and against a very good opponent, hard to break down. But you know, we could have scored 2 or 3 on another day. But no, we'll take the 1-0. But we know it's all to go on Friday.
You've inflicted their first defeat in 18. Do you expect a big reaction from them at Highbury on Friday?
I'm not sure. I can't speak for York. You know, I can only speak for my boys, and we have to work just as hard as that and keep the same discipline and play, and it will give us a good chance of progressing. But there's a lot of work to be done yet.
Graham, well done. Nigel, a first defeat in 18 for you. How disappointed are you with that?
Not so much disappointed with the 1 in 18. Disappointed with the first half. We were second best all over the park. Fleetwood was much better than us. And then we got to go in the second half, and we were a handful, and a little bit of rub of the green, a little bit of luck. Might finish up a draw. But we're still in the tie by a long way, and we're looking forward to Friday night.
What are the positives you take out, particularly the second half performance?
Oh yeah. That was York that had just gone 17 games without defeat, and that's where we need to get back to from the start. Not 45 minutes in. Big games demand big players. There was some a little bit nervy. I can understand that, but you've got to get rid of those nerves early and get on with the game of football. And we didn't do that quickly enough. Second half, got it sorted out at half time, and we were much more like ourselves.
Do you have to pay a little bit of debt of thanks to your goalkeeper tonight to making sure you go to Highbury with a real chance still?
Very important. He's been fantastic for us since he's come in. That's what he's there for. And he's given us a real fighting chance. But when we get a chance, we've got to take it, and we've got to be more ruthless in that box. And I feel there's a couple of opportunities tonight where we've not done that.
Conditions tonight, did they play a part?
No, I thought the pitch was excellent. Obviously heavy with the amount of rain, grass a little bit long, but that's because trying to protect the pitch. But after that, same for both sides. So looking forward to a good game on Friday.
Nigel, wish you well.
Cheers, David.